shut out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex slick then hit with the back then. Used to out the zip. Blood is back then dip. Got a whole for the all on the ship. All these four things pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Houston Texans. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go! Let's go! Down! 55. 180! Hey, we're good, we're good! 180!
Throwing on first down is Carr. Oh, he finds his running back who snuck right down the middle of the field. Give him 32 on the play. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Recon, 152 fighter.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And they're able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Watson out to his left. He'll have a first down past the 40. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
What is that? 18! 45 the mic. Crunch time, defense. 49.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you got to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, 25 to lose it. 25 to Mike. Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Throwing again is Watson. And a catch made by Hopkins. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 29-yard line. On 1st and 10, Watson. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think that's something about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the Steelers' 12-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Jordan Thomas, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr complete to Washington. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun now for Carr. Completes it to Aguilar. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 15. First down.
Hey, 4-1 Mike, 4-1 Mike. Down to lose 1. Hey, let's go. 41, Mike, 41. Boost right feet. Just like that.
Carr now on first down. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. DJ Reader. Credit him with the sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. On play action, it's Carr. They'll roll him out right. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They keep it with Miller on first down. And he's got this down to the 35. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots in the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
On first down, Miller. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Stephon Tuitt came out of Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wonder, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Watson. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. That's Vince Williams who gets the sack.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Watson, flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Play action. Now it's Carr. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Nelson Aguilar. 79 yards. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Texans 10.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit with a screen soon.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Watson going to give this one to Miller. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game.
And he's going to go down again. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Smith.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. It's caught by Aguilar. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Washington's got it. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
You don't want it. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. 12 yards there and a first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw his car. Now they go screen. It's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Carr going to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. J.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. Marr able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front, as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Get ready. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. This is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Here's Watson. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Let's go. 23 yards, the final tally. And until that point, we haven't seen Julio Jones. That's hard to believe here this late in the game.
And no one more frustrated than Julio Jones, because receivers feed off of catches. That's their fuel, and that's also their affirmation. He hasn't been getting much of that in this game, and their team is losing, and he wants to have a better effect on the game.
Just the first connection, Ryan to Jones there. Now a nice play defensively on first down, as this is knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
To throw again. Watson buying time to his left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
From the gun, here's Watson. And that will be incomplete. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Watson now to throw, sliding out of the pocket. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. 10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Again, it's Miller. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Jordan Thomas, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 24-17. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
All day, every day, any day.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Hey, Alpha. Check 55.
Here's Carr. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and inches at the 13-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. On the ground, it's Eckler. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. his running back. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Hey, box truck. 41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike. They gonna need express. 41's the Mike, 41's the Mike. Check 41. I want that.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Back now in Houston, it's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. On play action, now Carr. He'll buy some time right to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Check. 734.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. That was shades of Tennessee volunteer football back in the 80s with Charles Davis coming up from the secondary to make the tackle for a loss.
You mean my teammates doing that, right? Because they would tell you, my coach would say, where's that tape? I want to see that. But how about the complete package there? Not just playing the pass, but being a willing tackler and making a really nice play.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were...
Lamar Miller, 20. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter, and don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging down to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. This, to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Now on 2nd and 13. Carr. He's going to... Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, that is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans have retaken the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Boy, it really has, especially as of late. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth quarter lead. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he finds McDonald. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first. Carr now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Carr to throw again. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. Carr now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, Steve, sit. Help me. Check. Tighten up.
Again, it's Carr. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Here's Carr to throw. Rolling to his right. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
41 Mike.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Oh, no, he lost the football. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play.
Well, that was a big oops right there, but how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Watch the ship. 29. Switch it. Check 4. Go.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. Carr now on 1st down. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Steelers have once again taken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guy.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drives.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Cameron Hayward picks up his second sack of the afternoon. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Another try after the first down sack. Watson, it's complete to Hopkins. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
It's now 3rd and 4.
Back to throw. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps and allow him to run with him stride for stride.
Well, look to throw. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Watson steps away. Watson lost it, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And some room to maneuver. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown. Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is fielded at the goal line.
That's what he said.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do? Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of it. And that's caught inside the 30.
It's like,
a huge play there for Houston. 51 yards. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Sean Davis with a pick. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead. It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Trait, bro.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense. They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking.
He said that.